When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
Experience a membership that backs what you're building with American Express Business Platinum. Unlock over $3,500 in business and travel value annually with statement credits on select purchases from brands like Dell, Hilton, and Adobe, and other benefits. American Express Business Platinum. There's nothing like it. Based on total potential value of statement credits on select purchases and other benefits, enrollments required, monthly and other limits and terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-platinum.
This spring, Uber Eats has you covered. Whether you're celebrating mom, dad, or your favorite grad, not all of us are great planners, and with the Uber Eats gift hub, you don't have to be. Send flowers, perfume, champagne, or just their favorite meal straight to their door. Gifts arrive in as little as 25 minutes, and you can add a personalized video message for that additional so not last minute touch. So this spring, get a leg up on gift giving with Uber Eats. Last minute gifts that land every time. Must be 21 or older to purchase alcohol. Product availability varies per region. See app for details.
Katie, this has been in the plans for over a year now. Mm-hmm. I think the origins was that Kyle joined us to talk about the Thief in the Night. Did you join us for Thief in the Night, or did you just listen to the episode?
Yeah. All right, listen to the episode. Very excited about Thief in the Night.
Yeah, so and then you watched it, right?
I did.
Yeah,
I
you
did. I did not continue with the trilogy as intended.
Quadrilogy. I think there's 4 or maybe even 5. There might be 5.
There might be 5.
Yeah,
that sounds right. I mean, they gotta round it out, get to 7, just make it a biblical number, and have it be done. But we're not there, I guess.
No. Which, Katie, since we've last seen Kyle, he has since gifted me the original novel of 3 that he joined us for back in October.
My goodness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So and a DVD copy of the sequel to Buttercream Gang. So we do have more Buttercream Gang to get to eventually.
Yeah. My gosh.
He's really, listen, there's a handful of guests that really stake their claim on being regular rotation, and Kyle's really throwing his hat in the ring. But
Katie,
this was
I'll find you something so that I can continue to buy my way onto this show.
But this was that you watched. If I'm remembering the process correctly, we told you about Thief in the Night.
Yes,
you watched Thief in the Night. I believe it was your wife that immediately clocked the "Wish We'd All Been Ready" song.
Yes,
and through that, you discovered this glorious video. 5,000 views on YouTube over 6 years. Like,
unbelievable how many people did not watch this, and I understand why.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
the first annual,
and as far as any internet searches have told me, only American Christian Music Awards, the ACMC or the ACMA. So this thing. Can we just start with this?
Yeah.
Did the Doves wrong DC Talk in some way the year prior where they were like, we're going to build our own award shows so that we can just sweep every category?
It feels vengeful.
It
feels as if, right? Like, and everybody's playing it dumb. But to me, it feels like DC Talk and whatever organizations
Disney
were behind them. Disney. Yeah. Like, because this is also connecting with Night of Joy, which was a more constant and consistent event that happened at Disney from the 80s to the 2010s, right? So
something like that. It was a long time.
They mention it briefly in here. Because this is the weird thing about this award show is you're right. There's another Christian Music Awards show and organization that existed and still exists that is prominent, and this feels like they were really trying to do a new thing. So and they're doing it.
DC was doing a new thing. I did look And I did see that they only won a dove. They were only nominated and won a single dove for Free at Last.
Really?
So this does feel like how dare you.
Yeah.
It has a little bit of a how dare you energy to it for sure.
It does. I was, as you know by now, my history has come into this a lot later, mostly through my wife. But I need to know from y'all, besides DC Talk, which probably and then there's Stephen Curtis Chapman and Michael W. Smith, right, being the big names. Were there other artists here that you had recognized? Newsboys, I know, came out and did that performance. That was the other one that I had recognized.
Audio Adrenaline,
so,
obviously.
what were your...
But the Point of Grace was something that I was like, oh, I completely forgot about these people.
I was like, Point of Grace, I knew in name only. I have a crazy factoid for you that I learned from our friends at Pickle Home Companion. Mm-hmm. East to West, one of the performers for Best New Artist.
The ones, they were in the Italian Pavilion at Epcot.
The back lot, yep.
Two of those members became Rascal Flatts.
What?
According to my source at Pickle Home Companion, I have to go double check this information, but he said East to West was two of the guys from Rascal Flatts' old band before.
Carly's gonna lose her fucking mind. Oh, that's great. That's fantastic.
Which I think is extra hilarious because they are like as boy band pop as you can get.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
When
on
they
those
came
Disney
out-
stages, yeah.
The pipeline of Christian in and out of Christian music, the various pipelines are so interesting to me, and I love that we can continue to excavate more of those, and particularly the Disneyfication of Christian music and vice versa is so intriguing. Yeah, so the Night of Joy has these artists and many more throughout the years, with sort of DC Talk and W. Smith and like all those being really big staples of them. But the fact that we're also doing this award show like at the MGM studios in Orlando on the freaking, Matt pointed out that to me off mic, the Indiana Jones stunt
I was
spectacular
wondering
stage.
because I was like thinking it was like Universal a lot, like where they do the stunt spectacular or whatever, and I was like, oh wait, no, this is Epcot. Oh,
It's so
and I just
crazy.
confirmed Jay DeMarcus is one half of East to West, who went on to form Rascal Flatts after the band broke
fascinating.
up. That is crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So I did try to write at a certain point. It just became background noise. But for a while, I was keeping track of everything. We kick off this show. Stephen Curtis Chapman comes out, sings the song King of the Jungle. Now, I did get a message. I won't give out my sources, but I did tell a handful of people that we were watching this. Maybe a couple people who were part of the Christian music industry, and one person said, Stephen Curtis Chapman, very nice man.
We love to hear it.
Love hearing
So
that.
good to hear. I'm glad to hear that that Stephen Curtis Chapman is a nice man. This song, King of the Jungle, kind of sucks, which is in keeping with most of my Stephen Curtis Chapman knowledge. I think there was
Also,
like two or
why
three
is
songs
this-
I liked.
I was trying to determine why this was the song, and it has to be because Lion King was on its
Just
way.
out, right?
Oh, that's gotta be
out
it.
or on in coming soon. Like
So we like trying to just like create this synergy that immediately falls flat as soon as DC Talk and fucking Michael W. Smith come out.
What were they on?
There has never, and I mean never, been less qualified people to host an award show. And these the thing that kept making me laugh is that I don't think Kevin Max from DC Talk says a word the entire time. He is just standing in the back, looking high as hell, smiling awkward as things are happening around him during this.
I mean, my favorite was when Amy Grant's husband or whatever, like, said, "I just call you guys to finish my sentences." Like, they were talking over each other. Like, there was like no planned dialogue for them. It sounded like
nothing. I was
it's
like,
not
this
like
is the most uncomfortable,
so cringy.
like, host banter I've ever seen in my life.
Ever.
Yeah.
And like you can, we obviously on the show, you talk about it a lot. You can chalk it up to Christian cringe, like them being Christians in a setting that is not necessarily Christian. But I think it's more than that. I think it's like, it's just, they were just completely unprepared, thrown into this thing that they thought that they'd be able to handle for whatever reason. And it's a disaster. It's really rough. The opening is really rough. They never really quite get their footing.
No.
But this is a bad example.
And then the awkwardness continues because the first 2 awards go to DC Talk.
They go right to
they
DC
win
Talk,
the best.
dude.
They win the best pop group or duo award, and then they win the pop CD award, which I also had to laugh at because Michael W. Smith is nominated twice in that category.
Twice. And I was like, did we have like some kind of quorum of how this was, like, people were going to be nominated? Because it felt like everything was so last minute.
Did you not see when a man came out and explained the rules for 15 minutes?
Oh, man.
When Gary fucking Chapman.
Man.
The man. Gary Chapman comes out.
Just like everything felt like, oh, we got this big space. We got this great like backing of Disney and everything. We have no plan going forward. Let's just fuck it. We'll do it live. That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
It felt like a fuck it, we'll do it live. Like there's
every second.
And you know, I'm not saying that it's not a hard thing. Like this is not like it is a simple I'm saying it's a hard thing. Like it's an award show is not a simple task here. And I feel like they approached it, and you know, a little bit of shade, but like, you know, God'll provide. Like the God'll guide us here. We will just get through it. And I'm not sure if that is exactly what happened. And they did not get through it all that well. Even though they never put the rules in the award show. Like,
I've never watched the Oscars and there be a 15-minute rule explanation portion of the Oscars.
Could you fucking imagine?
It felt like if Ricky Gervais were like coming out to explain the rules, like, you know that this is a long bit and whatnot, and but like,
but credit where credit's due, Gary Chapman probably should have just been hosting the show because he has way more charisma and comedic delivery than any of the 4 people who are the actual hosts of the show.
Wild.
Truly.
Just wild from beginning to end.
He lands at least a joke or two.
He does. He does.
Yeah, he does. He manages. There's just some laughs from the audience. It's crazy.
Who edited this version of the YouTube?
Oh my God. There is one moment.
The condom commercial?
This is way later in the video that I had to rewind it and play it for Barb because I'm like, whoever edited this is a genius. Is that it's like, he's the voice of a generation, and they get a single note out, and then it cuts to the award show. And I was like, what is this?
That's incredible.
The whole thing was insane.
It's so funny. But
well,
then
yeah, because I mean, it's ripped. It's ripped from somebody's VHS, right? Like, because it was on the Family Channel, which I did had to do a deep dive on the history of the Family Channel and its connection to Disney, which I didn't realize. Yeah. I recognized it. I used to watch NASCAR a lot. I recognized it as a sponsorship on a stock car in the '90s. Like, I didn't really know, and as a kid, it's just a channel. Like, I got no idea. I didn't realize how actually heavily Christian that whole channel was.
Well, so the other thing about this crazy award show is that I also clocked, and this was to the detriment of this show, as if it wasn't bad enough, DC Talks takes their 2 awards, and then they just kind of fucking disappear from hosting duties for like an hour. And we're just left with Michael W. Smith's wallpaper personality introducing categories and celebrity guests. Yeah. And it's just, I mean, Katie, this is, if I had to make a prediction right now in May, this and Rappin' Rabbit are going to battle for the #1 spot of the cringiest thing we've watched this year.
Speaking of Michael W. Smith, when he accepts the award with his wife, that was my #1 of the year, bar none, cringy moment, because it was
That's not even the cringiest moment with that award, Katie.
I know.
So we get a pre-taped video segment from Amy Grant, who can't possibly be in attendance to this because why should she? She's Amy Grant.
Yeah.
She has
Amy
better
Grant.
things to do in 1994
She's in
than
Europe.
be at to be at this bullshit. But she's like, She's like, this is the the first annual Impact Award, and it's going to host of the show, Michael W. Smith, for his song Friends. And then they play this pre-made video package about how beautiful this song is, and then cut back, and she goes, so from here on out, this award will be known as the Friends Award. It's the first Impact Award. Just fucking name it the Friends Award at that point.
Yeah,
Like,
no, the lead up around all of this, like, pomp and circumstance, just to be, like, giving your hosts a lot of the awards was
A lot of
so uncomfortable.
So
this
uncomfortable.
is what people who bitch about the Oscars think that the Oscars is.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Agreed.
it's like,
It's
it's just a
rich
bunch of
people-
people patting themselves on the back.
Yeah, it's
like,
rich people
this
fluffing
is a
each
bunch
other.
of people
Yeah.
patting. Yeah, this is
it.
insane.
But also, could we talk about the, like, home improvement step-by-step kids, like, coming to present awards and then just having the weirdest people around them?
Yeah, listen, we got to address the elephant in the room that made me super uncomfortable, which is Michael Tate, a man who is currently under fire for all of the inappropriate things he did to young boys, lifting up the star of Beethoven to get him closer to the microphone.
And not the dog.
Not the dog.
And even the kid is just like,
What
I
are
think
you
I
doing?
got it. I'm like, oh my God.
And then
what
they're
is
also, like,
happening?
searching
And
for, like, a
that is
Apple
crazy.
box
I
for him. Like, it was so uncomfortable.
Really, really bad. I did not clock that the first because, well, it was pre-accusations that I watched this the first time, and then seeing it this time, I was like, no, really bad, really uncomfy, and it was weird. It did feel like. It felt like they were unprepared again. So like they had to be like, hey, Disney, listen, we don't have two people to give out awards. Like, do you have anybody that they
I didn't
can,
even piece together that we're talking about a bunch of people from ABC
Exactly.
properties that are tied to Disney.
Home Improvement, pre-taped, step-by-step kid, but also in Beethoven movie kid. Like, so much of it.
Oh, there was the...
They brought out the guy from the Real World.
Yeah.
They were grasping at straws for any person who is even remotely religious that had even like a monicum of fame to their name to be host.
Not to mention then just grabbing anybody who was just at the Disney resorts to say the names of people who were
my
fucking
God.
for
They're
nominations.
saying names that they don't even know what they
have
mean
no
in some
idea.
of those. Like,
And like, I will say, I feel like a Christian award show is the only place that you're able to do that because everybody's name, very pronounceable.
Yeah.
And there's no issues. There's no stumbling.
There's no Adele disease.
It's like a Turning Point halftime show. There's not a foreign name among them.
Right. Correct. Correct.
Yep.
Zootopia 2 has come home to Disney Plus.
Let's go!
Get ready for a new case,
We're gonna crack this case and prove we're the greatest partners of all time!
new friends.
You are Gary the Snake. And your last name? The Snake.
Dream Team.
And new habitats.
Zootopia has a secret reptile population.
You can watch the record-breaking phenomenon at home.
You're clearly working it.
Zootopia 2, now available on Disney Plus, rated PG.
This episode is brought to you by Perfect Bistro Cat Food. Cats, this ad is for you. Has your human ever called you picky, persnickety, choosy? If so, Perfect Bistro Cat Food is for you. With ingredients like wild-caught tuna and pasture-raised lamb, tantalizing textures, and delectable flavors that meet even the most discerning cat standards. You're not picky, you're just perfectionists. Perfect Bistro, mealtime perfection for every cat. Have your human visit perfectbistro.com.
Amazon presents Jeff versus Taco Truck Salsa. Whether it's Verde, Roja, or the orange one. For Jeff, trying any salsa is like playing Russian roulette with a flamethrower. Luckily, Jeff saved with Amazon and stocked up on antacids, ginger tea, and milk. Habanero? More like habanero, yes. Save the everyday with Amazon.
From hidden Mediterranean gems to the wilderness of Antarctica, Silversea invites you to explore the world in greater depth. Venture to over 900 destinations across all 7 continents. On board small ships that set the standard for elite ocean travel, every journey opens doors to extraordinary discoveries. And wherever you sail, you can expect the same Silversea promise: unrivaled service, unmatched comfort, and unforgettable memories. Visit silversea.com to learn more.
United connects you to more of the world than any U.S. airline, and United for Business can get your company where you need to go. Whether you're growing a business or managing travel for thousands, they offer solutions to fit your needs. Track expenses, create reports, and manage traveler perks. Plus, employees earn Mileage Plus miles while your company saves on travel. Get started with no minimum spend or flight requirements. Visit business.united.com/podcast.
You've been lost in the woods for hours now, stumbling around in the dark. You come around the bend and see two people roasting marshmallows over a roaring fire. They see you coming into the clearing and gesture over to pull up a log. Welcome to Campfire Ashes. I'm Paul.
And I'm Jess. Join us as we tell each other our originally written spooky stories around the campfire and then dive into the lore and legends that inspired them. Is it something that goes bump in the night? Is it something menacing lurking past the tree line? Or is it just weird and otherworldly? You'll find it here on Campfire Ashes.
You can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, or right here on the Geekscape Network.
Let's talk about one of the other cringy moments from this special. The Newsboys come out and perform Shine, which, first note, I've thought this from the second I heard Shine. That entire song is just ripping off the You Sexy Thing guitar riff by Hot Chocolate. Like the down, 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 down. I believe in miracles. Like,
It's
1,000%.
that it is that, yeah.
But they are rocking out far too hard for how soft that song is. Like, their bass player thinks that he's in Pearl Jam, and they are playing the softest shit I've ever heard.
The headbanging, I was like, are they all high? Like, I mean...
The cocaine was flying around
It
backstage at
seemed
the
like it was.
Indiana Jones stunt show that night.
Yeah, they're like, that's not a rosin bag for the stunt performers. That is cane. That's...
I'm trying to see what other things I wrote down.
Well, so what I was trying to kind of write down stuff too. I mean, right after Newsboys, you have Cassidy Ray do the male artist, which goes to Stephen Curtis Chapman.
Because he's in attendance.
Yeah, who's there. But then East to West performs in Italy. I want to jump to Michael Sweet's Abstinence music video.
Dude.
No safe way.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. I want to talk about Michael Sweet for a second, because Michael Sweet is also nominated for Best New Artist.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Katie might know who Michael Sweet is. Do you have any clue who Michael Sweet is, Kyle?
I was not familiar.
He's the lead singer of Stryper.
Yeah.
I feel like the
solo?
lead singer of Stryper going solo does not constitute a Best New Artist nomination after like a decade of being in the industry.
Well, because like, what was my note? It was like, well, we already know who's gonna win this because they've been here the whole time. But didn't it go to DC Talk again?
Well, DC Talk won for Best Short Form Music Video.
That's right.
Where they were nominated twice again.
Yeah. I
didn't write down new artist.
It doesn't.
That was when Real World contestant John Brennan came out in a pre-taped video segment dressed as a cowboy, because I guess he had a country career going at that time. Like,
that was the Real World guy,
every
right?
moment of this is just like brain can't comprehend it.
New artist was Point of Grace.
Point of Grace won Best New Artist, but so that's
after
the
they
thing,
had just
right?
performed as well. So they walked up stage after performing.
This is what drove me nuts, right? Like, you start with a big name like Stephen Curtis Chapman.
Yeah.
You give us the Newsboys, and then you get this like DC Talk Larry Norman performance, which DC Talk's understanding of what Woodstock was about is insane. they're like back in the 60s, while Woodstock was celebrating the ability to do all the drugs and sex you wanted, Larry Norman was really fighting for something. I'm like, I don't think that's what Woodstock was about.
No, I was so confused I was like, why are you bringing up drugs right now? Is it because you're on drugs right now? Like,
yeah, you have to be. Like,
that
but
would
they do
protest too much, and then the freaking
I
absence.
just took the words out of my mouth.
But what they do is they frontline all of these big names in the first 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are like forced to suffer through every new artist nominee who I don't of course Point of Grace won because they're the only fucking band I remember that existed after 1994. These are all like flash in the pan, super forgettable artists. Scattered across.
And even aside from that, they drop like a rock block in the middle,
Well,
which is
and
even
then they do the hard rock category, and each one of these bands gets like 3 minutes apiece to perform.
It was insane.
It was a full song for each of them, and it was like a montage on top of it while they were all performing live, which was just so confusing. And then Carmen wins, but he's on tour, so some lady comes out to accept the award.
So not just some lady, the lady who owns the record company, and then only thanks the record company. She's like, I'm sure if Carmen was here, he would have thanked the record company, and then walks off. No thanks to God, no thanks to the fans.
No, she left, and she had a fucking fast pass for the great movie ride that she had to go hit right after this.
She's like, I can't be bothered to be here for
Like,
anything
I need
else.
a dirty Shirley right now.
Halfway drinking through Epcot that she had to go back for that.
Oh boy. Then the other thing that I had to laugh at is just like the Oscars, there's a couple awards that are given out not on the air, but they're for best radio station and best TV station.
Oh yeah, yeah. I wrote down was it Joyful Noise, which was it was a TV program. I've not seen it, but I wrote it down to vet
look for
something that so that we can take a look and see if there's an episode of Joyful Noise we can check
award-winning
out down the line. Yeah.
So
award-winning Joyful Noise.
Award-winning Joyful Noise. So the best rock performers were
Petra,
Jeff Moore in the Distance, who I do remember, Guardian, who I'm aware of, Petra, who I mean won because they're the most famous band that's on this lineup.
Yeah.
Legend 7, never heard of in my life, and Whiteheart, who had one song I remember really liking called In the Kingdom. But each one of them performs for far too long, and then Petra sweeps. They win Best Rock Artist and Best Rock Album, which like that kind of takes away a lot of, as they explain the rules that like in the very beginning, they're like, this is the only award show that's voted on by you, the fans. And then you're like, okay, well, if Petra wins Best Rock Band, why wouldn't they also win Best Rock CD? Because I can't imagine that if 1,000 people threw in their votes for Petra, that then when it came down to the CD option, they'd be like, ooh, but Jeff Moore's CD was better this year. like you know, like where everything is going to go. Petra's in attendance, so of course they're up there getting their award. And then, once again, the hosts are winning something because DC Talk wins the Best Live Concert Award.
And I was like, I forget who it was, but there was someone else in that category that I was like, I hope it's this one, but I know exactly who it's gonna be. And yep, there it is. It's DC Talk again.
DC Talk. It's always gonna be DC Talk. And then they end. This is the other thing that's crazy to me is we get to the end of the special, and the last award is for Best Female Christian Artist.
Dude,
and it goes to Amy Grant, who's not even in attendance.
No, because she's in
why
Europe.
would you end with an award to a person who's not there to accept it?
But Matt, you're forgetting.
And at that point in time, you got to know she's not there.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like
that her husband
plan
takes
for
it
her
on her
not
behalf?
to be there.
Yeah, but the most uncomfortable part about that is when DC Talk is announcing the female artists, and then they just say, well, we know it's not going to RuPaul. Where did that come from?
Like,
what the hell?
What a dig.
And I was like, wow, I guess, RuPaul was a little bit popular back at that point, too. And it was just like, what? When did RuPaul enter the conversation? Is it because it's the only other black person that he could think of at that moment?
No, dude, it was the weird thing, and it was the same guy who made the Thigh Master joke earlier.
Right.
And forgive me because I don't remember the.
So it's Toby Mac.
Toby Mac.
We're talking about Toby Mac
here.
here in all cases.
Toby Mac, on the fringe, of diversity.
Yeah.
And he just comes out with these jokes, and I guess it was like, in theory, a transphobic joke, or like calling because they're a cross-dresser or
because it's
drag queen at that moment.
It's a drag queen
right?
thing. I think because it's a female award, and they're like, well, we know it's not RuPaul. I was like, whoa,
Yeah. Okay. Like, why would of course? Like,
I did have to look. A year earlier was when RuPaul dropped the debut single "Supermodel." You gotta work. So, very beginning of RuPaul being in the public eye on a major level like that.
Okay.
What a
but again,
strange time.
still, what a crazy
random poll,
crazy situation.
Yeah.
And then Michael W. Smith comes out to bore us to death at the end of the show for what feels like a 9-minute performance as the credits roll.
I skipped. I had it on double speed, and I even skipped through like 30 seconds. I was just like, "How long is this thing?"
Well, it's. I mean, there's so much to say about how they did this wrong, and we've said a lot of it, and we'll continue to sing its praises. But the formatting just makes no sense, and I don't think it's just the editing of this home video, which was hysterical. I do think the outline. There's so much performance in the dead center of the award show without awards being handed out, or like with only like onesies and twosies, that it just. I mean, it's just so. Self-serving. It's bonkers.
Well, that's what I think is the biggest thing, is that it's an hour and a half of the same 4 people patting themselves on the back.
Yeah.
With Amy Grant's husband.
Yeah. Who's like, I can't wait to wake her up and tell her about this.
Which now I'm looking at, I'm like, they got divorced like 5 years later, and I wonder if this was like the beginning
of first bits of detail that Carly and I saw afterwards when we were deep diving. Was like, oh yeah, they're not together. They hadn't been together very long after that.
Yeah, I was like, just a weird.
And I like to think that it's because he had to accept that award for her, and it just didn't go.
She never forgave him after that.
Gary Chapman's performance of "Where Are the Broken Hearts," sounding exactly like Tom Petty's "Free Fallin'," and then also sounding exactly like Miley Cyrus's "The Climb" that would come out years later. It is an insane hybrid of those two songs that it is really wild that it exists at all. I mean, it's the same. It is the same chords as "Free Falling" immediately. Yeah. But then the chorus sounds almost. There's parts that are almost word for word "The Climb." It's really weird.
So I did get this one. So I did send this to the Pickle Home Companion boys. I knew that they would eat this shit up.
Yeah.
Pete from Pickle Home Companion messaged me directly because he watched this live as it aired. He was like, I was so excited for these awards.
Incredible.
But he gave me this one tidbit because there is an ad in the middle of the show. He said, in the middle of this show, there's a trailer for Free at Last, the movie, coming to theaters. He goes, I must note, it never made it to theaters, nor was it ever completed. Years later, they threw it out on DVD of the footage from the unfinished project, and it was very, very strange.
No way.
Wow. Wow.
So
I wondered why
I thought that I had recognized the home video cover that they were advertising. And I don't know if maybe that was just like promotional material that also looked familiar, but I really thought that I had recognized that home video. Holy shit.
I
did not know it never
get
came
released
out.
until 2002, 8 years after they started it. Released direct to DVD, was released without any editing or finishing being done to the original theatrical production.
What?
That was previously halted at mid production and does not have any title or credits to be found on it. Instead it has title where title should be and credits where the credits should roll.
Does he have this somewhere? Does he have this accessible?
I will find out. I know that it's available. I'm sure we can find a copy of this and watch it somewhere. But
insane.
This might be something that we need to check out for this podcast.
Oh, that's so
There we go. Okay, yeah.
What's it going for these days?
On eBay, $13.99, $12.99, $8.99.
That's not bad.
This one's still sealed for $13.99. I would, and it's the DVD CD set, limited edition 10th anniversary.
Oh boy!
Just with title.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Well.
Yeah, the idea of that specifically, that they just that like It's like you're watching like the preview version of a movie where it says like special effects coming soon.
Yeah, right. Like the work print that's never been finished.
But
Like,
released on DVD 8 years later after the band doesn't exist anymore. Like they did 4 albums at this point from Free at Last. Like, oh God, what a weird time.
So weird.
I want to check out some of those long form videos that got nominated. You know, I want to see the production value on some of those.
So, I mean, Carmen
won.
as I've learned from us doing one of the episodes of Carmen, that I guess Carmen, like every one of his albums had like a 90-minute musical movie attached to it.
Oh my God.
Where it was like they wrote a plot to tie all of the songs together. But I think also infamously Carmen doesn't act in the plot of the movie. He just shows up to do the music video segments to connect everything. Like it all. I never dipped my toe in Carmen before we had to do it for this show, and I was not impressed. I will say.
You didn't vote for Carmen's long form video?
No, I would not have been voting for Carmen. I mean, honestly. Well, I didn't really know.
You
Christian
probably
music
voted for DC Talk.
I would have, if I was
dork.
into Christian music in 1994, I would have been voting for DC Talk.
That's
the only reason why
Everybody
I'm
was.
The entire
but
award show was just a DC Talk ad, and like, didn't you say that they like went on break or something from the band like a year after?
Yeah, like they just. Yeah, like, well, because right after this is Jesus Freak, and they like explode to the stratosphere from here. But this
94.
does like. I don't know. All 3 of us have our foot in some element of production or TV or something. Like, at some point, you as the producer of this show have to look at who is winning all of these categories and be like, we have to find different hosts.
Yes.
We can't possibly have the person winning the Impact Award and the person winning every category that they're nominated in as the hosts of the show.
Yeah.
There's a reason why Conan O'Brien is the host of the Oscars, because there's not really a high risk he's walking off with a statue that night.
Right. 100%. 100%. And like we're talking about a particular culture of Christianity at this point in time that has people that could and would come and host.
Christian
think about
comedy has been a thing for a while.
Yeah.
Now, can I argue that this would have been less cringy with a Christian comic from 1994?
Hard to know.
At least someone
not.
who's doing that specifically on the road to do comedy and like host things, like it might have gone a little bit better than Toby Mac making weird comments all night.
Yeah, it's This
I do
whole
think
thing
it could,
is a nightmare.
it could have gone better, differently, probably as cringy, but at least in a different direction.
Yeah.
I think we would have had. I think we honestly would have walked away with even more RuPaul type comments.
Probably.
Christian comic.
Probably.
Like,
yeah, dude.
Because man, if you want to talk about a genre of comedy, like I talk about how I'm always really happy that like all of the Christian artists I grew up loving, like 99% of them are like pretty progressive, good dudes. That's not the case with any Christian comics that I grew up listening to. Those guys went right, and it was a hard right turn.
Yeah.
Like they were already talking about all of the shit that right-wing comedy has turned into like a decade earlier.
Oh, yeah.
So there would have been some jokes that would have made us really not happy.
Really, yeah. Might not have even picked it, honestly. Might not even pick this for the show.
Yeah. I feel like it would also be one of those things that, like, maybe was blocked from the internet type of thing.
Yeah. I part of me is surprised that this even exists in this capacity, but
Agreed.
I do think that like it's also so far out there and so lost to time. I mean, the fact that there's not that many viewers on the post here, and of course ultimately this award show doesn't continue past this year, but it does
for all that annual
seem to have
talk.
these heavy hitters of
I mean,
it just has these heavy hitters in it.
So we'll never know who won the second Friends Award?
Oh yeah, dude. Who do you think would have won the second Friends Award? We're
DC
talking
Talk.
94. 95.
Jesus Freak would have came out and they would have given it to DC Talk Jesus Freak and then renamed it the Jesus Freak Award for the next year.
Shit, yeah, dude, you're absolutely right. Wow.
The next annual.
That's 100% exactly what would have happened.
I wasn't gonna put us through this. But
I don't like it when you say
at
things
one
like
point,
this.
I know. Well, but because I didn't do this to you guys. Be thankful.
Okay.
I was desperately trying to find out if there was another one of these, and I searched 1995 American Christian Music Awards, and it did bring up a video, but it was this video, mislabeled. On Vimeo.
Oh no.
With all of the commercials unedited, and I was like, but I think we had all already watched it at that point, and I'm like, I can't introduce this into our already busy schedule.
It was already like an hour 40, right? This entire video with the
So I was like,
amazing
do we really
editing.
want to do the 2.5 hour experience just to see some vintage 1994 commercials?
Listen,
I don't think so. I think we would have been happier without.
I will accept a link from you after the show because I might.
Kyle, if you want to edit down like the commercials, like the peak commercials of that.
Oh, Katie, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the top 5 best commercials from this broadcast. Okay? It's going to be awesome.
Oh, my God.
All right. Well, Kyle, thank you as always for just joining for the craziest shit.
The craziest.
You bring us the craziest content. Where can people go to check out all the crazy stuff you're doing? Because you, unlike... we're talking about an award show here. You're an award-winning filmmaker with a short form right now.
Thank you. Yeah, our newest short, Always On, is out on the festival circuit now. And yes, we did. We won an audience award at the Norwalk Film Festival. At the time of this recording, we were nominated for Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor at the New Bedford Film Festival. So you'll have to keep an eye on the social media account for that, which is it's just on Instagram. It's Always On _short. Best way to keep up to date with that. And I'm on Instagram as well at Kyle Kuchta. So that's out. I also co-host 2 podcasts, one with Matt Kelly here, Horror Movie Night, and then the other one with Evan Fonseca, who is actually the star and the writer of that short film, Always On. That's Phantom of the Podpera, where we go chronologically through Phantom of the Opera adaptations, and we are knee-deep in Andrew Lloyd Webber right now, because that's going to take however many episodes it takes. That's the pinnacle. That is the redefining moment of Phantom of the Opera.
It's arguably the reason why the podcast exists. So you need to give it the space to breathe.
Yeah. So we had a lot of fun. Again, at the time of this recording, we are only a couple episodes of just Act 1, just talking Act 1. So we've been having a lot of fun digging in. I mean, we've waded through a lot of shit to get to this point in time, and a lot of ways that people look at the Phantom, and I mean, it's truly redefining. It rewrites the source material. That everything after Lloyd Webber's has Lloyd Webber's Phantom DNA within it, whether they know it or not. So it's a kind of we're at a fun moment in the pod, and of course, Horror Movie Night. We talk about some crazy shit over there. Really fun summer lineup coming.
I'm pretty stoked for Horror Movie Night, and I'm actually stoked for all of my shows right now. Like, as someone who, behind the scenes real quick, as someone who's like meticulously setting up the release schedule so that I can have the summer off. I'm just like looking at what's coming out for all these shows, and I'm like, man, did I make a good block of podcasts this year?
Hell yeah. You deserve an award.
You know what? The only way I'm going to get one is if we form the Geekscape Awards.
Oh my God.
I get to sweep
Let's do it.
all the categories.
I'm going to give you the Friendship Award or whatever.
Yeah.
That would be, I mean, this show is the equivalency of if I decided that we were going to do a 2-hour live stream called the Geekscape Awards, but all the awards were like best editor of YouTube videos.
It's just you.
Producer, just all things that only I am nominated for.
Next April 1st.
You'd also get the technical off-camera awards too, as well. Like,
behind the scenes, the BTS, and it's just like camera pans over, and it's just Matt going, "Oh nope."
Oh God! All right. Well, we'll be back with more cringy shit, I'm sure, next week.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Stitch Fix. Stop shopping, get styled.
A+ on the outfit, Miss Turner. You are about to slay parent-teacher conferences.
Oh, these? Just the most perfect fitting jeans my stylist sent me.
Oh, hello, you, who didn't set one foot in a mall and still looks amazing.
Just share your size, style, and budget, and your stylist sends personalized looks right to your door. Stitch Fix. Get started today at stitchfix.com.
To my stylist, this look is dedicated to you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network.